Iron Man 3, Winter Soldier, Civil War, and even Captain Marvel were all teasing the Avengers without anyone even noticing. In between Black Widow's interrogation of Loki and the attack on the Helicarrier, movie watchers were treated to the most important scene of the MCU. So, do you remember in Batman vs Superman where Wonder Woman will watch clips of Flash, Cyborg and Aquaman? Remember not feeling the slightest bit of excitement? Well, in 2012's Avengers Assemble, Joss Whedon and co put together one of the most important scenes in cinema history without anyone even realizing. This scene not only sets up phase 2 of the MCU, but also ties into movies that were set to release 7 years later. Hey, it's Musty, and I'm going to be doing a review of the tension rising scene in the Avengers. FYI, I've cut out the Hawkeye parts because they're junk. Play the intro. Okay, so let's get into this. We have an establishing shot that sets the location of the lab. Fury stands in the middle. There's a door to his left and right.
We are. The model's locked and we're sweeping for the signature now. When we hit a hit,
Banner points to the back of the lab. Shot shows Fury turn, look at the computer. This gives us a feel for the size of the room.
What is Phase 2? Phase 2 is S.H.I.E.L.D. uses the cube to make weapons.
We don't see Rogers enter, but we can guess he used the same door as Fury.
Rogers, we gathered everything related to the Tesseract. This does not mean that we're
sorry, Nick. What were you lying? I was wrong, Director.
Romanoff and Thor enter through Fury's right side door.
you know about this?
You want to think about removing yourself from this environment, Doctor?
I was in Calcutta. I was pretty well removed.
Loki is manipulating you.
And you've been doing what exactly?
You didn't come here because I bat my eyelashes.
Okay, and we get another establishing shot, showing us where everyone is plus the scepter.
Why S.H.I.E.L.D. is using the Tesseract to build weapons of mass destruction.
Because of him.
The way the camera pans to Thor gives us an instant reaction, like we're in the lab with them.
Planet who had a grudge match that leveled a small town. We learned that not only are we not alone.
And again, another shot to show everyone's position, and see how Thor is isolated. The image of the big gun pales in comparison to the size of Thor, giving emphasis to Fury's words.
You're not the only people out there, are you? And you're not the only threat. The world's filling
Is
up
that a
with
Captain
people who
Marvel
can't be
reference?
matched. They can't be controlled.
Like you controlled the cube?
Your work with the Tesseract is what drew Loki to it, and his allies. It is a signal to all the realms that the Earth is ready for a higher form of war.
A higher form?
You forced our hand. We had to come up with
A nuclear deterrent. Because that always calms everything right down.
Remind me again how you made your fortune, Stark.
I'm sure if he still made weapons, Stark would be neck deep. Wait, hold on.
Hang on, let's take this back. I love how kinetic this scene is, from Thor to Fury to Stark to Cap.
And his allies. It is a signal to all the realms that the Earth is ready for a higher form of war.
A higher form?
You forced our hand. We had to come up with
A nuclear deterrent. Because that always calms everything right down.
Remind me again how you made your fortune, Stark.
I'm sure if he still made weapons, Stark would be neck deep. Wait, hold on.
And then the Dutch angle suggests something is off balance here.
I thought humans were more evolved than this.
And as the camera again pans through the room, every conversation is framed beautifully on screen.
Are you boys really that naive? S.H.I.E.L.D. monitors potential threats.
Captain America's on threat
We
watch.
all are.
Concerned, Doctor.
Hold up. Let's hear that
Really
again.
that naive? S.H.I.E.L.D. monitors potential threats.
Captain America's on threat watch.
We all are.
Concerned, Doctor.
Is that the plot to Winter Soldier?
Captain America.
We're gonna neutralize a lot of threats before they even happen.
Thought the punishment usually came after the crime.
S.H.I.E.L.D. takes the world as it is, not as we'd like it to be.
This isn't freedom. This is fear.
Captain America's on threat watch.
We all are.
Concerned, Doctor.
You're on that
And the scene comes to the close on the scepter, with the camera turning upside down. This suggests that there's a mind stone at play here.
If I need to put you down, then I will.
I mean, now that'll be
Speak of control, yet you
And
cause
again,
chaos.
because of the establishing shots, we know exactly where every character is in relation to each other.
Chemical mixture that makes chaos. We're a time bomb.
And despite Fury being on screen, 60% is taken up by Stark and Rogers,
You know damn well
and
why.
the editing
Back off.
helps us feel the
I'm
impact
starting
of the hand on the shoulder. I remember seeing this scene in the cinema and getting really excited, the first sparks of Civil War. And I love the use of lateral movement. The way Rogers moves right to left is considered unnatural in cinema because we are used to seeing left to right as positive. For example, 2D video games move in a similar direction. Audience tend to perceive left to right movement positively and right to left negatively. Here it's used to make Rogers look negative. Having a character on the right gives a perception of positivity and control, however the left shows negativity, weakness, and threat.
Take that off. What are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
And here we have the famous line from the trailer. Rogers questions pretty much the plot to Iron Man 3, where Stark is outside of his suit for a majority of the movie.
I know guys with none of that worth 10 of you. I've seen the footage. The only thing you really fight for is yourself. You're not the guy to make the sacrifice play, to lay down on a wire and let the other guy crawl over you.
I think I would just cut the wire.
Always a way out. You know, you may not be a threat, but you better stop pretending to be a hero.
A hero? Like you? You're a laboratory experiment, Rogers. Everything special about you came out of a bottle.
Put on the suit. Let's go a few rounds.
You people are so petty and tiny.
Yeah, this is a team.
Agent Romanoff, would you escort Dr. Banner back to his...
And again with the Dutch angles, the confusion and the way Stark touches his head shows something is off.
Where?
And here Banner is making canon a deleted scene from The Incredible Hulk.
You needed to kill me, but you can't. I know, I tried. I got low. I didn't see an end, so I put a bullet in my mouth, and the other guy spit it out. So I moved on. I focused on helping other people. I was good, until you dragged me back into this freak show and put everyone here at risk. You want to know my secret, Agent Romanoff? You want to know how I stay calm?
Dr. Banner. Put down the scepter.
Actually, check this out. The cuts of the scene are getting longer, building tension, along with the music that's elevating the intensity of the scene.
cell was just
In case you needed to kill me, but you can't. I know, I tried. I got low. I didn't see an end, so I put a bullet in my mouth, and the other guy spit it out. So I moved on. I focused on helping other people. I was good, until you dragged me back into this freak show and put everyone here at risk. You want to know my secret, Agent Romanoff? You want to know how I stay calm?
Dr. Banner. Put down the scepter.
And this frame shows us that it was the Mind Stone at work all along. The look on Banner's face reveals that he had no idea what he was doing. And then we have the cutaway to the computer and everyone looks in that direction. Thanks to multiple establishing shots, we know exactly where it is. And just like the characters, our suspense and tension is broken by the computer's beat.
I could get there faster.
Tesseract belongs on Asgard. No human is a match for it.
You're not going alone. You gonna stop me? Put on the suit. Let's find out. I'm not afraid to hit an old man. Put on
Only to be built up by the arguing, which is followed by Hawkeye's attack on the Helicarrier, and leads us into the next act of the movie.
Put on the suit. Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. This is my first video, so if you have any feedback for me, please be sure to leave it in the comments. And until next time, stay tuned.